Thank you, O Lord, for the white blind light. Thank you, O Lord, for the white blind light. A city rises from the sea. I had a splitting headache from which the future is made.
Aquarius, how you doing? Right, so here we go. So it is, what the fuck are we? Now, February, right? February readings. Right. So we're obviously still in January, but this is going to be your February readings. Now, the way I normally do it, if you just find this channel, okay, or that you are subscribed, you know pretty much how I do it. There will be a song or a video or something like that, and it will be in the description. And it normally happens majority of the time, and it will be entitled that song. It will be something to do with that, or lyrics something to do with that, and it relate to hopefully your situation, okay? I can't contain myself to one. Trust me, I'm fucking, yeah. But that is kind of one of the processes, right? Now, also, if you want a private reading, personal reading, the Skype calls are much more beneficial. Now, the feedback that I've got is so, it's had complete healing effect where it gives you the most amount of clarity, and it will put you on, hopefully, the right path, okay? Tarot cards can change fucking daily, because they're energy, okay? It comes from your thoughts and your feelings, but free will changes at an instant, If you're in a ship, okay, if you're in a ship and you're sailing, you could just decide to actually jump overboard whenever you wanted if you're in a ship, or even in a partnership, okay? So that should tell you where you are on your path, that if you're fighting to actually get out of a ship, okay, then what you're fighting for? If you're in denial of love and it's like completely suppressed down, okay, and you're fighting to get in it, but you're unsure, then what are you fighting for? A chance to survive, to not drown? Drowning in emotions and feelings that you're unsure of? So basically what I'm trying to say, and I'm going to say this to hopefully everybody, and I may add this part into everybody at the beginning, is that everything changes. Happiness, joy, depression, love, feelings and emotions, they can change at an instant because there is an infinite source of it and it never ends. That is what can lead you in denial. Because you will constantly feel something of that energy each and every day. This is why you need self-awareness of people and situations to know where you are on your path, of whether it's denial or whether it's karma. If you're in a ship and you've been in it through the karmic year, okay, you're in it for the karmic year, and it's been such a struggle for you to actually break free and get out of it, but now you're contemplating and you're fighting to get back into it, why? Guarantee you it'll probably be because you're still codependent. You're codependent on control of the karmic year. The karmic year means karma, and it took you a long time to actually get out of it. So if you're still fighting to get out of it or fighting to get in it, then you may need a personal reading via Skype, okay? Now, this is where the most of work is done, because I can communicate and relate to your personal circumstance through tone of voice, through questions that you can ask me, that I can actually help you rebuild the structure of your life, because I am a guide and someone that advises people on their path. A card will never really be able to predict your future. You create your future yourselves. Self-worth, love, and value and respect for yourself. Okay? When you have that, you realize that you can manifest what you like in your life, because it's a law of attraction. You can't stay at a low vibration because you attract in a low vibrational entity of the same thing, obviously. Okay? If you're in denial and you run backwards to control, then what are you going to attract? Something that's going to control you, right? So your vibration's key to life. Of where sometimes we need to sit back and then enter again, okay? But we don't enter the darkness, we enter into the light, the vibration and vitality of ourselves, through connection of what your soul gives off, and not your meat suit. The meat suit is what is conditioned by the matrix and conditioned by the mind of a chain of ascension that was taught by their parents and their parents and their parents, and a path that was written for them. Okay? Now, you can never change the hands of time, because that's why it's called history. If you have history with someone, and the history has took a book in order for you to try and write in order to get out of it, then why are you trying to get back into it? What's the next chapter that you're trying to write? Is it new or is it old? Okay, so let's see. So I'm going to add that onto everybody's stuff. Right. So Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus for February. Okay. But it doesn't matter what I say, because they know what I'm kind of saying, because they just fucking know. Okay. And that you was at the top, so of the pole. So we've got the Knight of Wands. So there you go. So something passionate. I've got Aquarius in Venus and many fucking signs. Aquarius is everywhere pretty much in parts of my chart. Okay, but if you are interested in all that sort of stuff, you go over to the board and it'll kind of tell you loads of things over there. So you may need to hit the bell and subscribe. Okay, so fire and passion. So it's pretty much like the energy that I have now. Okay, like it's a newborn self. It's a newborn awakening of the fire and passion that you have within yourself in order to be a leader. To be a leader. But this can be many different things in life. This can be an energy that's also unseen. Okay, this is why sometimes it can relate to stealing of energy or giving back of energy, but that's why it needs equality of energy, okay, which is what I was saying about love. Love is just a feeling that was created by the darkness. If you get pulled back into a denial feeling of sitting, staring, waiting, thinking, feeling, then you need to ask yourself, then what are you thinking, feeling and waiting for? A ship or a partnership? A bond, a trusted bond of someone that loves you as much as you love them. Okay? But do they love you or do you love them? Okay? So we can find that out by exploring our emotions and feelings. Okay? Our emotions and feelings that are held within the feeling body, okay, of your soul, it's very important to have under your own control, okay? Because when you have that, you're stable, obviously, you're stable within your emotions, and you can balance yourself out with the fire and passion that you can have within yourself, okay? And then you know that you're facing pretty much yourself. You're facing yourself. Okay, you can't see it because it's mirror flipped. Okay, because you're looking at that way. So you could be looking at a fire sign, okay, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, okay, or a water sign, or you have water in your chart, or fire in your chart, or somewhere within that mix of the mixture of emotions that are created through someone's fire chart and someone's water chart. Okay, what else am I seeing? It's kind of treading ground, you know. Sometimes we have to return passionately, a bit like the Empress. Okay, the Empress, so it might come up. The Empress, to be a proper Empress, be it male, feminine, doesn't matter, masculine or feminine, okay, it comes back when needed to be nurtured or nurturing, okay, because she's also a leader within her own right. So I won't go into that, just in case it does come up. But we'll see. Okay, I'll explain it if it does come up. But let's see. So, or basically, as an easy kind of flow, you could be interested in a fire sign or a water sign, or someone is you, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus, and this is mirror flipped, vice versa. Okay? So it could be them in love with you or you in love with them, but you will only know when you have stable emotions. Your vibration of your complete, true and utter form of yourself obviously brings in law of attraction, which brings in offers of something, but it depends on what's in the cup, right? Because at the moment it's just another fish that's pretty much like the Queen of Cups. But we also have King of Wands kind of energy showing up, which is passion. Leadership can be a little bit eccentric, okay? But it's calming. It's a stabilizing of emotions through purity, but what I'm picking up and hearing is through the moon cycle that we've just experienced, okay? So I think we're now hitting retrograde, again, very soon. But it should have brought in a lot of stability within whoever you're connected to, if you are connected to someone, or if you're just connected to yourself. It's self-worth, love and respect, okay? But it's very calming because of what we've just experienced through the moon cycle, okay? Through one of the videos that I did put up, I don't know if people see it or not, so please watch that. It was to do with the lunar eclipse. It was to do with old doorways and pathways and needing closing and firm boundaries drawn, okay, quartered and drawn, a bit like bring forth the guillotine, right? In order so we know our own passion of where we can feel more calm and not karma, okay? Karma is something that's very restrictive. If you're in a karmic partnership, took you a long time to get out of it, okay? Took a long time of realization, maybe. But when you realized, your feelings and emotions became more calm and stable, okay? So you may be relating to someone else, okay? Someone new, because this is fresh and new, okay? But it really does depend. After that, Aquarius, Sun, rising Venus. So, this is... Whoa. So there you go. So that's a teasing energy. That is something that just takes... It's kind of like, you know, waiting for a fucking... Well, there you go. I can't even say it, because that's pretty much what it's like, waiting for something. How long is a piece of string? How long is a yarn? How long is a yarn or a tail that someone doesn't have pinned to their own backside? How long is a yarn or a tail that they can spin? It takes a long time to move anywhere. Okay. So this is kind of like a teetering energy of fire and passion, but I'm just lingering in the background, doing nothing. Okay. Or it could be stabilizing one's fire and passion, okay? But there's a judgment call that's coming up that's refreshing of one's own, of either end of the scale of one's emotions, because it's release through soul growth and evolution that we experience in life, of where we're called in a certain direction. Our calling can be anything. It can even be a crystal, or a video, or a piece of music, or a piece of writing. And it calls you and you hear it and you start to write it, say it, speak it, do it, and you go in that direction in order to walk in the right direction. Because this is walking in towards a judgment call. Okay? So you have kind of a cycle and a pattern. So this may be a past energy, or it may be a future energy, but it's the energy that could be around. So you have someone that's very fire and passionate that comes in for things. Okay? So don't forget that this can be also other people in their environment too, of their soul groups. Soul groups. Soul groups are things that you really need to look at, because they show you the answers to life, believe it or not. Your soul groups of people, okay, if you're surrounded by narcissism, like mothers and fathers and parents and friends and situations that kind of really keep you arguing and stuck, okay, and you spend the majority of the time on your own maybe, okay, that means that your soul groups are actually telling you a lot of lessons that can be reflected outwardly towards soulmates or anything like that, okay, or any situation in life, because it means release. It means that certain people in life are not supposed to be in your life, and you're called in a direction in order to realise. But basically, it doesn't always have to mean that, but it just means that your soul groups of people can show you lessons that you need to look deeply at, okay, by the feelings that are given back to you to form a quality, to form rebirth, the quality of give and take. It takes that, and it doesn't take much energy and effort if someone's on the same vibration as what you are, because it's freeing. It's a freeing energy, okay? It doesn't take much energy and effort to do anything when you're in alignment with yourself and your own calling, because you're fucking good at it, so you do it for free. So you become a guide or an angel and you teach more people about ascension. okay, to rise up, stand above it, rise up, you know. Rise up to your feelings and your emotions. If you keep things stuck in life and you don't never move forward, then you're fighting, right? You're fighting to move forward, but you're also not fighting to go backwards because it's not moving. So you're unsure. You're stuck. Why are you stuck? Fighting? Fighting what? Feelings? Emotions? Exploring them? What's that going to do if you don't have action? Okay, this is not an action intoriate card. This is the action intoriate card. You have to have actions behind what it is that you think and feel and do. Because then again, what is it? It's just a feeling that's left empty. Okay, so what then is it? It's refillable, okay, with new, fresh feelings and emotions. New, fresh feelings and emotions. But without action, unless you have those, you're not going to learn. You'll never learn any situation in life if you can't manifest with action. It's one of the most important tools of being able to manifest, is being able to use action behind what you do, what you think, what you say. Because it manifests out. What you put out is what you get back in a cycle and a chain of the same thing. Okay, so you have to make judgment calls yourself in order to walk a path of ascension that you do yourself. Okay, so yeah, so you could be a guide. Okay, I just see Virgo, the Hermit, but this, okay, this is someone that does this, that works really hard at it. Okay, is a guide, can be a scribe. Okay, can write poetry or write future, present, past. Okay, this is someone that does esoteric wisdom, knowledge. Okay, or basically just works really hard at what it is that they do. Okay, doesn't matter. It can be on a mundane level, Okay, but we'll see what cards come up. Okay, so there you go, a guide. So we've got the Fool. So the Fool. So you've got the Ten of Cups underneath that too. So you've got the Fool, which is taking a new journey, which is, like I said, a spiritual retreat, which is a guide. Okay, also a guide. You know, it's I'm willing to sacrifice anything about myself because I don't have attachment to thoughts and feelings. I don't let them govern me or control me because I believe in freedom, freedom of speech, freedom of joy, happiness, fulfillment of where the Fool can create anything because it's zero. It's relation to an energy that's felt just through the feelings, because the Fool doesn't think. He doesn't think. Sometimes a Fool can be foolish because he doesn't think. But he's carefree. He knows that a good situation will just lead to good, but a bad situation will also be a great lesson learned. Because either end of the scale, you have to remain open and free to receive your lesson, whether it be good or bad. Because at the end, trust me, at the end of things, you always come out fresh and new. Okay? Because you've learned self-respect and self-worth. So your vibration for life raises. You raise the bar. Okay? Now that may seem a little bit egocentric or condescending, but it's not. Because why would you fight for a low vibration? A low vibration has to fight for a high vibration if they want to ascend to your vibration of where you can create a great life together. Because why would you meet someone at a very low vibration to create a manifest low ability of creating anything in life? You need to meet people at face value of what their soul and what they're going to offer you completely as something, okay, where you then do it together. You do your spiritual together. So you could be, someone could be interested in you or you them, it's coming in kind of like, so could be very spiritual, you know. When we meet decent people in life, regardless of anything, you meet people at a calling. So a calling calls in a calling of the same emotional value of someone that's interested in the same thing, basically. Okay, so spiritualism, healing, cleansing, anything, you know, anything to do with that kind of esoteric knowledge, wisdom, tarot card readers, or or anything, because it's freedom. It's a judgment call on freedom. You meet that vibration of where you pull. Okay, so you can pull a low vibration has to come towards you because it's basically pulling someone out of the pit of darkness, out of despair. Okay, so as a guide, okay, if it's like a soulmate relationship, okay, they're supposed to follow you. If they don't, then they go backwards, and they go backwards into a karmic situation or a karmic partnership or whatever that is. But you can't let that hinder your process and go back because you get pulled into a low vibration. Okay, so a low vibration has to raise their vibration to raise up to you, so you can both do it together to create fucking anything, you know? Because what would be the point in getting in something and kind of say, well, okay, well, what should we do now? You know, fight? Fucking fight with each other? Chop each other in the throat? No. Because why would you do that? Right? So it's reality. We live in reality. We're not Batman or Superman, but sometimes I think I am with fucking having my chart. You know, I struggle with fucking knowing people and how to rebuild their structure of life. But when I walk around day to day, the reason why I don't, well, I mean, I'm going out a lot now, you know, but I look at people and I think, bruv, how the fucking hell do you carry on in life like that? I can sort your life out within, you know, I'm not being fucking weird, but it's my chart as well, and the wisdom that's given through being a guide. It's kind of like, I can really rebuild the structure of your life, but do you want it? Do you want it? Opportunity. Opportunity. Let's have a look. One more card for Aquarius. Oh, fucking shit. So you got a few. I don't really want to pull all these. Wow. Don't really want to look at them either, because you've got Aquarius, the Chariot. I'm going to put these in. So you've got, again, the King of Wands is showing up. The Wheel of Fortune, Destiny, the World, ending world cycles, like ending the moon phases, starting new, starting fresh. You know, this is what I was saying. It can be internet relations or anything like that. Okay, so there you go. It's something to do with someone from the past. Okay, so the Six of Cups means the past. So it means the past needs, well, it can mean a past person coming back around to see you, to communicate with you. Okay, it's a soulmate reflection. Okay, but it means that there is also still karma. Okay, because it needs release. It needs this spiritual, what I was saying, like the Six of Cups always talks about the past. So it can be someone way back from the past, or it can be a childhood memory that needs releasing, the conditioning of the ego or anything like that. Okay, it can be a block, it can be a guard, and it can also mean karma. It can mean a returning of, because of what I was saying, through a vibrational self. Someone has to see your vibration and what you're worth. You know, why would you want someone to see your shit self? You know, why would you want to? Why would you want to shit yourself? Some of you may be shitting yourself, right? But it's because this means a reflection of someone or something from the past that has to return, because it needs release. It needs understanding of freedom. Okay, some people that don't, they go back to their past and they form an ascension of going backwards, but you always make an ascension of going forwards, because you have to. Because what's the point in going backwards in life when you should always ascend? We always ascend. We always find people at face value and our reflection of value through going forward, you know. So then you've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Seven. Wow, and the Two of Cups, so soulmate, and the World is back again. So the overall energy is reinvesting into a soulmate. So this is about the past, okay? And this is about lessons. But it can also mean a new one too. So you could have someone from the past, okay? Also someone from the past. Or you can be interested in someone new, or someone new is interested in you, and it may take growth and learning. Or it may mean that someone now is meeting your vibration at a high level because they see your worth and value in a reflection of that. They see you, you look at each other in the eyes, because it's the eyes are the windows and the doors to the soul. To the soul. You see that in one another through also your vibration of life, your vitality of life. You see that as a vibration. It's felt as an energy, okay? So you meet each other at that energy, okay? To reflect back at investing, but not waiting, because this energy is still here. So it may be a little stuck, don't know. But you have opportunity of becoming more stable yourself, being able to hold yourself up. Finances look great, because this is a huge opportunity. It's also a door there, okay, a door of ascension. The door is open. You have to remain open to receive, and you also to give back through the same door, to form ascension of light of what is on the other side of the door. Okay, what the fuck is on the other side of the door, bruv? Because I ain't seen that in ages. Well, I haven't ever looked at it. Okay, well, there's a path leading up to a mountain. Okay, but it has to remain open. You have to remain open to receive a gift, whether it be good or bad, in order to learn to be more stable, basically. So you can offer in different directions or receive anything in life. You have to be grateful of what you have. If you're not, then you will put out an intent that you're not grateful for anything in life, and you basically get a fucking backhander, and this turns upside down, and you get a fucking slap from the universe to say, wake the fuck up. We're giving you an opportunity in life, or someone an opportunity in life. Do you want something grounded and stable? If you do, there's the opportunity of what your soul cries for. It's an opportunity. It knocks. All right, how you getting on? Soulmate reflection. Okay. World cycles. So let's have a quick look at your clarifying cards. But this month is going to be the only month that I'm going to be doing this. And then from now, we would be going over to Vimeo, okay? Because it's a better quality of give and take. I'll put a lot of energy and effort into trying to guide people through this, okay? So I would very much appreciate if you want a Skype call or a donation. You know, it takes a lot of energy and effort to try and to come back, comeback story, okay? Comeback story. So that's your song by wow, God, one of my favourite bands, Comeback Story. What do you know? The Comeback Story. Kings of Leon, right? Kings of Leon. So let's have a look at the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, there you go. So could have someone with Aries, Leo, so it could be an earth sign, okay, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could have fire in the chart, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, okay. But it's completion, so it means that the wheel is hopefully spinning in more of a direction of leadership and forward movement, because this is a trumping card and a court card that outdoes the knight, okay, the knight. So it takes a journey. So you could meet someone at face value that is quirky, okay, a little bit eccentric, okay. Is also a leader. It's a spiritual person as well. Spiritual. I'm picking up interested in someone that's spiritual as well. Okay, because that is also like the seed of intent of a guide. It takes its time in order to realise itself as an energy. Okay, and it realises that to make judgment calls of ending world cycles from the past of 10. Okay, and then finding fire and passion back in a new soulmate, old soulmate, or the soulmate, or the ship, or whatever thing, okay, energy of ascension, of forward movement. Okay, so then we have judgment call. So let's have a look. What's judgment call? It's calling. Someone could be calling you. Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is now making a judgment call to hopefully actually give. The Queen of Swords can be cold, okay, cold and analytical, and can have a quality of, well, I'm just accepting the truth now because I have done nothing but give, and it is now my time to receive. So you receive someone giving you a judgment call is what I'm picking up. Let's have a look at the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. Yeah, finding balance, universal balance. Universal balance. Yeah, or it could just mean that you're now receiving. You're learning to receive offers. You're open to receive, because you have to. You can't be fearful of energy. But I can teach people about finances and money and anything like that. If you know, I don't just do love. You know, if you want to know about fucking anything, Skype call. The Fool. The Fool. Let's have a look at the Fool. So could have Capricorn in their chart, okay, which is freeing. It's a freeing. Someone as it's a strange energy because it can mean toxicity or it can just mean Capricorn, okay, but it's also clarified by the Fool. Let's have a look at the Devil. It can just mean someone now wants to hold on to your vitality of life. Vitality of life, and release codependency, release attachment to the past, and like a freedom fighter, a freedom fighter has found the spark again. Found the spark again. Sorry, I can't keep lifting cards up. Oh shit! What's the Devil? Please go for the Devil. So it could be Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Okay, could have that in their chart, or you have that in your chart. Let's have a look at the Moon. The Moon. The Moon. Could be hiding feelings and emotions that need release. The Moon. The Moon. Because it's no good sitting there in life. Yeah. So this can mean giving it one more go. One more go. One more go. Or it can mean that you're now found your own freedom because of, and you've karmic released, because a 9 is like a cry for help. So someone could be, a calling could be a cry for help because of feelings and emotions that are hidden about someone. And they're wanting to now give things another chance because it's a 9. So look at the 9. Yeah. Could have something to do with Taurus in their chart. So this would relate to me because this is Taurus in the 7th house, which is descendant sign. So this is marriage, commitment, but it's descendant sign, so it relates to the 7th house of partnership. Okay, partnership, commitment, strong foundations. Okay. So this is kind of relating-ish to me, I suppose. But it's, yeah, because this is also like a leader too. You know, this is someone that goes on fearlessly. You know, all past actions are past actions and they're left in the past. But I still have one wand in order to say, you know, fuck it, I'm still going forward. I'm still going forward. I'm still prepared to move forward. Okay, to give things another chance, to give things another go. Because where do you go if you're not willing for freedom? Okay, so it can mean a Taurus in their chart or your chart. And they want to work on a partnership, because that's a strong partnership. It can also mean marriage, okay? But because that outdoes all these, apart from the Devil and the Fool, between that, it's someone now wants to maybe, as a flip, come out of confusion and illusion and maybe PTSD, stress, worry and panic, okay? And then they'll come out of that side and they want to now return from the past, because the Moon also means past, okay? And work at something, okay? Partnership, marriage, relationship. Could also be a guide, CEO, leader, someone that can create, someone that deals with karma, karmic law, or someone that can create finances, you know, leadership, entrepreneurship, anything like that is the Hierophant, okay? Because it's committed, someone that's strong, independent, leadership, loyalty. Yeah. Someone could have found loyalty within you because they've been standing alone, or you've been standing alone and you've found your own loyalty, where it lies. Your loyalty lies within yourself always, okay? Let's have a look at the Knight of Wands, because I'm not sure what the Knight of Wands, because it's a comeback story. So, you know, you have to know where you are. You have to get out in life. You know, you have to experience life, Aquarius, because there's definitely love around. You've got soulmate stuff all over. You know, you can't sit and wait for things. You have to get out in life. Yeah. Could have something to do with Virgo. Virgo. Could have found clarity within, I mean, it doesn't have to mean Virgo, it can just mean within yourself that you've gone deep introspection of feelings and thoughts of past actions, past emotions, past energy, okay, and it's now found stability because it's coupled with that. Found stability, yeah. King of Cups found stability within emotions and feelings and thoughts, passion, balancing out one's energy in, could be a guide, okay, could also be a guide. Let's have a look at the Page of Cups. What's the Page of Cups? Because it's, I mean, there's a fucking lot of love here. Page of Cups. Page of Cups. Page of Cups. It's not saying. We're going to leave it at that, okay? So I'm going to hopefully get on with your weeklies and all stuff, that kind of thing. But I really don't know if I'm going to move over to Vimeo yet, okay? Because it's a big decision to make, because it's a lot of money in order to lay out, in order to do that. But I want to do modules of teaching people, okay? Which is more of what I do, of where I can really help people. That's why I say Skype calls are so much more beneficial, because I can relate to your story and I channel messages, very much so. Sometimes it comes out of your past life and fucking loads of different things. The things I hate talking about myself, but the things that I've predicted in life have been unreal to me. Birth, life, death, people's names, the birth of a child's name and middle name, okay? I hate floating my own boat, but, you know, that's part of ascension, okay? When you're a medium, okay, and a guide, you learn to align yourself with yourself. Okay, when you do, you're clear-minded and clear thought, feelings, and you're stable. Okay, then you learn to listen. Okay, so if you want one of those Skype calls, that is the best option that I can give you, and it can last up to an hour or more. Okay, there's two options for 1 hour or 2 hours. Okay, but I have had great feedback from that. Okay, so I'll leave that out there at the moment, Aquarius. Okay. But well done, because there's a lot of good internal work too, okay? Thank you for subscribing, and I do read all your comments and stuff. I really do try to take one day out of the week where I can get around to try to comment to people, or at least like it. If I've liked it and stuff, I've read it, okay? But I really do appreciate everyone's support for following the community board and actually following what I write and all that kind of stuff, and commenting, and then also voting on what readings are next, okay? Because I will be doing things like that, so keep following and hit the bell in order so you know, okay? So then you can vote if you want a reading, all that kind of jazz, okay? So I'll leave it there. So good luck for your February, okay? And the music will be in the description. All right, guys, cheers, peace, bye.